Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everyone please bow their heads. The overall success about the future is to embrace the present and use it as a springboard to catapult you into destiny and purpose. We must convert the negative to positive by superior thinking. As situations arise, the challenge must be met with fortitude and determination. To overcome is not to accept defeat, but search for a way to win. What creates an extraordinary life is an extraordinary mindset, and the I can attitude will always propel you above mediocrity and produce a visionary with unlimited possibilities. For as he thinketh is his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. Welcome to Swansboro High School's graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. As we all know, our senior year was shortened by unprecedented circumstances. However, as a phoenix arises from the ashes, a new day that presents opportunities will test our resolve. A temporary interruption opening the door to the future awaits. Embrace the future with optimism, and the pessimism will vanish. Make your dreams a reality. Avoid limitations and boundaries that dim your perspective of success. Only you determine your success. As my pops told me, always remember anything that is worth having is worth striving to achieve greatness.
Dr. Gross, distinguished members of the faculty and staff, class officers, families, friends, and most importantly, the members of this class of 2020. In mid-March, our lives were altered when the school year was put on hold. Over the following weeks, Microsoft Teams became our new classroom. As you and your teachers transitioned to online learning, we began to realize that graduation ceremonies for the class of 2020 were going to look a little different. I want to commend Dr. Gross and the staff at Swansboro High School for their dedication to making sure that you and your classmates received an excellent education despite the challenges presented by this new learning environment. I want to thank your parents for supporting you and your teachers while balancing the many changes they faced as they dealt with the trials. The understanding that they have shown as we have navigated the unknowns of this school year is greatly appreciated. Finally, I want to congratulate you, the graduates of the class of 2020, and if there were one word which describes this class the best, it would have to be perseverance. Last year, our county faced destruction from Hurricane Florence. In the aftermath of that storm, you came together. You supported our community. You succeeded in a shortened academic year. You helped others in the community get back on their feet. You persevered. This year, we have faced another blow. Our school buildings have been closed. People have been required to stay at home. New phrases such as social distancing and flattening the curve have become part of our everyday conversations. However, through all of this, you have continued learning. You have completed the journey you began almost 13 years ago. You have made your teachers and your administrators proud. You have made your parents proud. You have persevered. As you move to the next phase of your life, I want to wish you the very best. I hope that you never forget the challenges that you've overcome. And may you never forget those who have helped you along the way. And may you never forget, with help from above, you can persevere. Thank you, congratulations, and may God bless the class of 2020 at Swansboro High School. And it's now my distinct honor to introduce to you Miss Danielle Chadwick.
Faculty, family, friends, mom, dad, and the graduates of the class of 2020. I am extremely honored to speak to all of you today as a salutatorian of the Swansboro High School class of 2020. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Danielle, and I have been a Swansboro Pirate since kindergarten. I am so grateful to have grown up in a community that is so invested in their youth. There are no words to describe how thankful I am for my parents, sister, teachers, coaches, and mentors for believing and investing in me for the past 13 years. The teachers and staff are truly like no other, and Swansboro High would not be the same without them. As our time at Swansboro High comes to a close, I can't help but feel reminiscent. Freshman year, the first class, the first football game, the first homecoming. Freshman year was full of new opportunities and experiences, coupled with a sense of freedom. We could choose where we wanted to sit at lunch, we could try playing new sports, and we could swim in the pool above the gym. Sophomore year, the first time driving, the first AP class, the first college visit. Sophomore year, we began to pick on freshmen as if we weren't only a few months older than them and spent our afternoons in driver's ed with Mr. Sudart. We began taking harder classes, playing varsity sports, and thinking about our future. Junior year, the first job, the first SAT, the first prom. Junior year was the hardest year academically, but with the added stress came added freedom. We spent our hours driving around with our friends, spending our own money, and worrying about our GPA. Our junior year was a little different than most because it included the devastating Hurricane Florence. Though we were faced with unprecedented circumstances, I take pride in the way we all reacted. Many of us spent hours volunteering, and I'm still in awe of the kindness and empathy that was shown both during and after the disaster. Senior year, the last football game, the last homecoming, the last class. Senior year hasn't been what anyone expected it to be. We didn't have a traditional prom, sports senior night, or graduation. However, I believe that much can be learned from our current situation. We have all learned to adapt, persevere, and correctly wash our hands. We have also learned that high school is like toilet paper. You never miss it until it's gone. I remember starting a countdown to graduation on my phone on the first day of school this year. I couldn't wait to finally be done with school, but now I find myself wishing that I could turn back the clock and cherish that last day at Swansboro High. Today, we leave Swansboro High a group of strong, resilient individuals who are ready and excited to pursue our goals and dreams. Today, we take on the rest of our lives. Thank you again to the faculty of Swansboro High, family, friends, and congratulations to the graduates of the class of 2020.
Good evening. Please join us in individually recognizing members of the class of 2020 that have been the recipients of scholarships and grants with an amassed total of $1,752,748. Gracie Abelos McManus, University of North Carolina at Pembroke, Dean Scholarship, $2,000. Genesis Adesina, Georgetown High School Alumni Association Scholarship, $1,000. Annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship, $1,000. Caleb Allen, Methodist University Presidential Scholarship, $25,000. Methodist University Wright Scholars Program, $1,000. Marine Federal Credit Union Scholarship, $1,000. Sky Ash, North Carolina State Education Assistance Authority Scholarship, $8,340. Lewisburg College Merit Scholarship, $5,000. Whitehead Scholarship, $1,000. Ramon Belk Jr., Methodist University Academic Scholarship, $72,000. Methodist University Merit Scholarship, $18,000. Swansboro Rotary Foundation Scholarship, $4,000. Brianna Calvin, University of North Carolina at Greensboro Spartan Scholarship, $8,000. University of North Carolina at Greensboro Eschett Scholarship, $4,000. Danielle Chadwick, Goodnight Scholars Program at North Carolina State University, $82,000. Golden Leaf Scholarship, $12,000. Sponsors for Academic Talent Scholarship, $500. Haley David, Swansboro Rotary Foundation Scholarship, $4,000. Michael Diaz, Joseph Plasky Scholarship, $500. Kirsten Ellsworth, Wingate University Academic Merit Scholarship, $96,000. Wingate University Grant, $4,000. Wingate University Bulldog Pride Scholarship, $1,000. Molly Gartner, State Employees Credit Union People Helping People Scholarship, $10,000. Appalachian State University Excellence Scholarship, $2,000. Crawford Scholarship, $500. Bronson Hall, National Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps Scholarship, $180,000. University of South Florida Green and Gold Presidential Award, $48,000. Sponsors for Academic Talent Scholarship, $1,000. Mandolin Hanson, Sponsors for Academic Talent Scholarship, $500. Kyle Hardy, Sponsors for Academic Talent Scholarship, $500. Erica Henry, East Carolina University Chancellor's Fellow Scholarship, $63,000. East Carolina University Pirates Engineering Scholarship, $10,000. Swansboro Rotary Foundation Scholarship, $4,000. Sponsors for Academic Talent Scholarship, $500. Rodolfo Heredia, Nova Southeastern University Dean Scholarship, $72,000. University of Tampa Merit Scholarship, $52,000. Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation Scholarship, $5,000. Bailey Enga, Eckerd College Founder Scholarship, $88,000. Swansboro Rotary Foundation Scholarship, $4,000. Sponsors for Academic Talent Scholarship, $500. Victor Jerkowitz, University of North Carolina at Charlotte Crown Scholarship, $6,000. University of North Carolina at Charlotte Honors College Scholarship, $3,000. Swansboro Rotary Foundation Scholarship, $4,000. Jeffrey F. Meyer Memorial Scholarship, $2,500. Sponsors for Academic Talent Scholarship, $500. Douglas Kidd III, William Peace University Scholarship, $48,000. North Carolina Coaches Association Scholarship, $1,000. Mackenzie Cohen, Swansboro Rotary Foundation Scholarship, $4,000. Brandon Lawson, Transportation Impact First Flight Solution Scholarship, $2,500. Jacksonville Border Realtor Scholarship, $1,000. The Camp Lejeune Officer Spouses Club Scholarship, $1,000. Reagan Lopez, Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation Scholarship, $20,000. Staff Non-Commissioned Officer Spouses Club Scholarship, $4,400. Burger King Scholars, $1,000. Sponsors for Academic Talent Scholarship, $500. Abigail Mitchell, University of North Carolina at Asheville, Pisco Scholarship, $12,000. Veterans Affairs Survivors and Dependents Education Assistance, $44,928. Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation Scholarship, $40,000. North Carolina Scholarship for Children of Wartime Veterans, $28,580. Reagan Moore, Pace University President Scholarship, $104,000. High Point University High Point Scholarship, $20,000. Bailey Nelson, Colorado State University Academic Recognition Award, $80,000. Staff Non-Commissioned Officer Spouses Club Scholarship, $1,000. Isabel Raballo, High Point University Academic Scholarship, $80,000. Methodist University Scholarship, $82,000. Methodist University Opportunity Grant, $17,000. Methodist University Greatest Gift Scholarship, $3,500. Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation Scholarship, $7,500. Catherine Sears, University of North Carolina at Charlotte Honors College Scholarship, $8,000. University of North Carolina at Charlotte Chancellor Scholarship, $1,500. University of North Carolina at Charlotte Crown Scholarship Fund, $1,500. University of North Carolina at Charlotte Tuition Scholarship, $1,000. Staff Non-Commissioned Officer Spouses Club Scholarship, $1,500. Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated Scholarship, $1,500. Sponsors for Academic Talent Scholarship, $500. American Brother Foundation Scholarship, $500. Abigail Sinclair, Audubon University President Scholar Award, $66,000. Allison Taylor, Sponsors for Academic Talent Scholarship, $500. Courtney Varela, Staff Non-Commissioned Officer Spouses Club Scholarship, $1,500. Sponsors for Academic Talent Scholarship, $1,000. Hunter Westerberg, Johnson & Wales University Merit Scholarship, $80,000. Emmy Yates, High Point University Presidential Fellowship, $52,000. High Point University Band Scholarship, $12,000. High Point University Honors Fellowship Scholarship, $12,000. Sponsors for Academic Talent Scholarship, $1,000. We'd also like to recognize our 4 Eagle Scouts from this graduating class: Victor Jerkowitz, Joshua Moyato, Scott Perry, and Shannon Sullivan.
Good evening, distinguished guests, parents, families, friends, and class of 2020 graduates. Class of 2020 graduates, tonight we embrace the opportunity to celebrate your successes and your hard work. Your path has been far from easy. We opened this 2019-2020 school year with a school building still in disrepair from Hurricane Florence. Many of you started and even finished this school year still displaced from your homes. While a pandemic has taken away many milestones in traditional senior class celebrations, it has not defined who you are as the class of 2020. As the class of 2020, you will be remembered for your grace and your grit in handling yet another crisis in less than 2 years, while always putting others before yourself. You will be remembered for your greatness. The class of 2020 has shattered school and state records. The class of 2020 has received more than $1.7 million in scholarships. The football team had their best record in 6 years, and both the men's and ladies' basketball teams had their best seasons in over a decade. The class of 2020 includes SAT, Governor's School, and Governor Page participants, all-state band, orchestra, and choral students, and athletes who broke school records and participated in states in swimming, cross-country, golf, and track and field. The swim team swept the conference in both men's and women's for the second consecutive year. The class of 2020 includes 4 Eagle Scouts, national and state representatives on prestigious boards such as HOSA, graduates of the Francis Heiselbahn, and the Leaders Can Be Made leadership programs. The class of 2020 includes NROTC and North Carolina State Goodnight Scholars and talented artists who have had their artwork displayed all over our community. The class of 2020 includes a North Carolina High School Athletic Association Heart of a Champion award winner and an East-West All-Star soccer player. You are a group of scholars who will go on to colleges, universities, trade programs, and as the newest members of the United States Armed Forces. I will always smile with pride as I reflect on your impact on our school community. When faced with another crisis in less than 2 years, you responded with dignity, hope, and enthusiasm. You have set the bar high for future graduating classes with your school spirit, your work ethic, and your positive attitudes. As your principal, I have been profoundly impacted by your grace and your fortitude. Graduates, you have a story to tell future generations about your high school years that, yes, will include a historic storm and a pandemic, but those are only small pieces of your story. Your story also includes what it means to be part of a community who loves and cherishes you, a community who celebrates together and leans on one another during hard times, a community which will forever be your home. In closing, I have a few words of wisdom borrowed from an author. Pirates, once you choose hope, anything is possible.
Perseverance seems to be the theme for the class of 2020. Few people have faced and overcome the challenges that our guest speaker has experienced. I am proud to introduce Charles Douglas Ainsworth, a 2010 graduate of Swansboro High School. Ainsworth graduated from NC State with a degree in psychology, and in 2018, then graduated from the Raleigh Police Academy. When responding to a call on January 9, 2019, he was shot twice in the line of duty and suffered life-threatening injuries. With a strong support team, remarkably, Ainsworth recovered. Due to his injuries, however, he was not able to continue as a line officer and retired from the RRPD in March 2020. He is excited to be able to continue alongside his fellow officers by attending Campbell University as a law student and hope to become a Wake County prosecutor. Please help me welcome Charles Ainsworth.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. I would have preferred to do this in person, but these are strange times. I'm sure that none of you actually have any idea who I am, and that's okay, because when I was in your position, I probably wouldn't have known either. I graduated 10 years ago from state, 10 long years ago. For some of you, it's a great feeling, liberating, empowering. You can finally move on to what comes next. For some of you, you have more mixed feelings. It's bittersweet. You've made friendships that will last your entire life, and preserving those is important. I met my wife at Swansboro. You're about to be adults, thrust out into the real world, and I can tell you, even in normal times, it kind of sucks. You're about to find out what bills are, what rent is, real responsibilities. I can also tell you, I wouldn't go back for anything. It's like that feeling you get when you first get your driver's license. That freedom, you can go anywhere, do anything. Some of you, a lot of you, might have an idea what you want to do when you graduate. A lot of you might not. I was one of those. I think I changed my mind 4 or 5 times before I ended up becoming a police officer, and that's okay. If you end up in a job where you absolutely hate it, there's nothing wrong with just starting over. But you need to have realistic expectations. You aren't going to graduate and make $100,000 a year. It's just not going to happen. It's going to take a lot of hard work to get ahead, but you've already gone through a lot of hardships. You overcame a hurricane, you've overcome the current pandemic. Don't let it discourage you. Nothing worth having comes easy. But it is still a great accomplishment, and you should be proud of that. It just shouldn't be your last accomplishment. You should look at it as more of a springboard to whatever you do next. Join the military, go to college, just do something. I was fortunate enough to get a second chance. Those don't come that often. It's much better not to waste the first one. Be resilient. I have no idea how your life is going to unfold. You're probably, hopefully, not going to get shot at. Under the best of circumstances, life is difficult. It has its hard moments and times when you will have to overcome those. But you choose how you're going to react to those. You can just give up, roll over, say it's too hard. Or you can get back up and keep fighting. Because nothing is as hard as it seems, and you can get past almost anything. And that's the message I'll leave you with. Just don't give up. Whatever it is, you can fight your way through it. We're all capable of great things, every one of you. Congratulations, class of 2020, go Pirates.
Dr. Gross, distinguished guests, Swansboro High School staff, family, and friends, it is with great pride that I present to you the class of 2020. Gracie Ann Abelos McManus, Genesis Monique Adesina, Olivia Danielle Aldridge, Caleb Gregory Allen, Colin Ray Anderson, Josephina Panina Isaka Ape, Dimitri Morkos Caton Assad, Sky Montana Ash, Melissa Ann Austin, Adrian Estevan Ayala, William McCullough Ayers, Riley Michael Barger, Lindsay Nicole Bean, Ramon Leon Belk, John Gabriel Barreau, Justin Tyler Biggs, Zachary Taylor Biggs, Thomas Lee Bonilla, Anthony Jason Bornfleth, Casey Lynn Botkins, Edward Arthur Briggs II, Sierra Lynn Broom, Zachary Cole Bryce, Angel Hope Bullock, Jaden Cade Burgess, Kamari Nikasi Burns, Madison Elizabeth Butt, Isabella Marie Byerly, Audrey Elizabeth Byrne, Brianna Dawn Calvin, Delaney Joe Campbell, Sarah Jessica Campbell, Joshua Christian Carpenter, Danielle Scott Chadwick, Colburn Alexander Chapter, Alexander Robert Chiquette, Evan Thomas Clark, Cameron Bo Clendenning, Suelle Eileen Close, Avery Nicole Cobbs, Janice Michaela Cochran, Madison Christina Colbert, Jennifer Ann Conaway, Michaela May Connors, Gavin Keola Cook, Justin Ray Corley, Cordell Saber Coulard, Tanner Seth Coulard, Jacob Solomon Crabb, Elizabeth Joanne Cronauer, Angelina D. Kroom, Dylan Lee Crosby, Jaden Alexander Cunningham, Cody James Cutway Learned, Haley Morgan David, Christian Daniel Davis, Landon Eugene DeGraff, Jeffrey Christopher DeGroat Jr., Brandon Allen DeRoja, Michael Scott Diaz, Aaron David Dotson, Savannah Lee Drew, Sadie Renee Destiny Duncan, Jason William Dunick, Dante Christopher Dupay, Kirsten Marie Ellsworth, Nala Noreen Espinoza, Austin Taylor Evans, Dominic Xavier Fenson, Stephen Kent Ferguson II, Nicholas Ryan Ficklin, Kaylee Nicole Fike, Alexa July Finch, Gavin D. Fitzgerald, Thomas Brooks Fitzgerald, Serena Ellen Jane Fraunfelder, Samia Lene Garnett, Molly Catherine Gardner, Tristan Uric Gee, Joseph Abel Tremosin, Caitlin Rain Gibson, Tristan Avery Gibson, Zoe Rain Gibson, Adrian Jamal Glover, Christopher Patrick Gongora, Brian Michael Grant II. Alexis Aaliyah Green. Bronson Kincaid Hall. Jamie Chance Hall. Preston Carmer Hall. James Cole Hamilton. Mandolin Lorraine Hanson. Kyle William Hardy. Elizabeth Rose Heron. Aaron Britt Hart. Brianna Michelle Heath. Kiernan Grace Heidelberg. Angelina Marie Henry. Erica Dawn Henry. Rodolfo Anibal Heredia. Nadia Alexandria Hill. Rashad DeAndre Hill. Jacob Coleman Hooks. Ian Daniel Horner. Olivia Paige Hottenstein. Joel Matthew Hunt. Nathan Jared Hussey. Justin Matthew Hutchinson. Amy Elizabeth Embody. Bailey Rianne Inga. Jade Marie Ingram. Lottie Rodriguez Johnson Jr. Thomas Tristan Johnson. Calerio Marvin Jones. Samuel John Everett Jones. Victor Marcin Jerkowitz. Emily Rose Justice. Sydney Paige Keeney. Sean Allen Kent. Douglas Keith Kidd III. Thomas Stephen Kidwell. Michelina Elizabeth Kinsman. Kristen Michelle Kurtner. Tyler Alexander Clammer. Anthony Michael Closer. Mackenzie Elizabeth Cohen. Alyssa Brooke Kosherzinski. Joshua Lucas Croplin. Thomas Logan Ladd. Jack William Lane. Casey Christine Lang. Stephen Michael Lang. Brendan Jeffrey Lawson. Michael Joseph Leandre III. Jason William Leary. Tegan Lucy Renee Lerner. Alejandro Jose Linares. Mary Grace Linneman. Michaela Ann Lloyd. Reagan Elizabeth Lopez. Ethan Tyler Lowenstein. Christian Scott Moz. Alicia Marie Martinez. Garrett Andrew Mason. Andrew Ryan Mayer. Thomas John Mazzio III. Katya Sydney Marie James McCauley. Noah Matthew McComb. Lucas Keegan McCool. Delaney Catherine McHale. John Alexander McIntosh. Quintanilla Desana Meadows. Ireland Lydia Ann Muse. Christopher Mahia. Mario Anthony Messer. Seth Lee Midkiff. Daquan Day Miller. Jonathan Daniel Miller. Kaylee Marie Miller. Lillian Elise Miller. Megan Nicole Donna Miller. Peter Odell Miller. Abigail Lee Mitchell. Jocelyn Leanne Moody. Logan Bradley Moore. Reagan Elizabeth Moore. Cameron Tyler Nicole Morris. Eva Marie Morton. Joshua Freedom Moyato. Dominic Aiden Muehlhausen. Tyler Storm Nata Lehman. Bailey Mahala Hatsumi Nelson. Laura Tegan New. DiMaggio Isaac Nisbet. Daisy May Noel. Alyssa Danielle Ocampo. Matthew David Odom. Rio Nonaka Oliver. Shavis Roseanne Oswecki. Scott Cameron Perry. Scarlett Renee Payton. Mackenzie Nicole Pelton. Zoe Alicia Ajane Perkins. John Edward Peterson. Kristen Juliana Phillips. Macy Lene Phillips. Nathan Kenneth Plum. Georgia Mackenzie Potts. Demetrius Michael Price. Mackenzie Morgan Proctor. Morgan Page Pruitt. Casey Lynn Pugh. Robert Ricardo Cantanilla. Evan Daniel Radley. Iris Marie Rivera. Luis Alberto Rivera. Isabel Francesca Raballo. Rachel Elizabeth Robles. Christopher James Rodriguez, Jr. Isaiah Zachary Rodriguez, Maddie Lee Rogers, Rachel Marie Rudd, Grant Lawrence Russell, Isaac David Sanderson, Tessa Rose Santiago, Megan Virginia Schneider, Evan Daniel Schofield, Catherine Adele Sears, Corbin Michael Seitzinger, Vega Nakatake Sheffert, Abigail Megan Sinclair, Kelsey Elizabeth Smart, Brianna Marie Smith, Jariah Jared LaShawn Smith, Jonathan Patrick Smith, Madison Elaine Smith, Matthew Reed Smith, Chelsea Elizabeth Spencer, Riley Nicole Sprayberry, Trinity Ashton Spray, Majan Liani Stevens, Shane Crockett Stone, Cody Matthew Strexawilk, Christian Alex Stroud, Eddie Dean Suffolk Jr., Shannon Thomas Sullivan, Eleni Morgan Sipsamos, Soraya Lynn Samansky, Allison Marie Taylor, Braxton Warren Taylor, Olivia Monique Taylor, Ronan Carlo Terrazes, Tristan Michael Testa, Justin James Thomas, Tachini Mike Joe Thompson, Justin Thomas Thorpe, Gabriel Jocelyn Tabor, Stephen J. Tobias, Wahib Weil Tokley, Natasha Corell Valerio, Danielle Ray Vance, Sean Holden Vance, Brenna Lynn Vanderwerf, Courtney Michelle Varela, Evelyn Macy Wade, Raven Savannah Wagner, Shanna Lynn Walton, Kaylin Riley Warbriton, Jordan Elizabeth Ward, Hunter William Westerberg, Emily Marie Whalen, Cole William Whaley, Jolene Rebecca Wiley, Mahaley Devaney Williams, Daniel Parker Wilson, Jacob Preston Wilson, Tiana Renee Wright Walker. Luke Evan Wyatt. Emmy Alexandra Yates.
Greetings to all the listeners of this speech. My name is Courtney Varela. I have the distinction of representing Swansboro High's graduating class of 2020 as the Valedictorian. The day has come for us to rejoice. So, we should not reduce this moment to anything less than what it deserves. For that same reason, I would never exchange this moment for anything in the world. I'm sure that everyone is aware that circumstances have been difficult to accommodate. I do not only speak of my fellow classmates, but their families, the community, the state, the country, and more accurately, the planet. COVID-19 has caused global interference by shattering our concept of normalcy. It has changed our world, seeped into our worries, and diminished our freedom to interact with others. Still, a new day brings us reasons to be thankful for our current situation because our happiness simply cannot fade. For example, we are alive, and light continues to touch our hands and envelop us in warmth. People continue to smile, sing, and show their positivity to others, most of which appear unscathed by the events, even though we share the same struggles and the same hope. Throughout history, there have been records of major conflicts that force us to become a resilient and adaptable species. In these past 4 years, we have battled illnesses, natural disasters, and wars, but none to this extreme. Had these events never come to pass, I imagine that I would face you now, in a space filled with more than hundreds of people present to celebrate the achievements of this graduating class. Even so, I find it necessary to mention that perseverance is key, no matter the path we choose. Similarly, the efforts we made as high schoolers led us to where we are now. We strive for different goals because we are different people, yet we can have the same fierce determination. As we face the future, clad with only a few hard-learned values, some may think that they will be encumbered by the uncertainty presented to them. Although we face new challenges, I refuse to live in fear and will not permit the slightest doubt to submerge my thoughts to worry or regret. The enemy is formidable, ruthless, and uncharacteristically mysterious. We know little. By enemy, I address two main adversaries, namely, the virus sweeping the world and the constant haze from the unknown. It is human nature to be wary of the unknown, just as it is human nature to become curious, obsessive, and eager to wander in the dark in hopes of discovering a faint light. In our pursuit for the truth, I imagine that we are in a dark cave, holding nothing but a torch, earnestly running to find answers. Our quest keeps a fire that will burn, blaze, and brighten until we understand. That flame is passed down from others, like a baton in a race, since teachers have given us challenging questions and thoughtful discussion to quell our ignorance. And for that, I am grateful. I thank the teachers and staff of Swansboro High for every moment here, even those who I did not have the pleasure to speak with. Though, I must be a bit biased and personally thank all the people who have taught me and guided me at Swansboro. These are the pillars, during my 4 years of high school, that supported me like the columns of ancient ruins. Although time has passed, settling the memory to a state that is eroded, it will always leave the lingering mark of purpose. Additionally, I rested on the teachings of my family. Neither imposing nor unreasonable, my family fueled my passions for learning with words of encouragement. I realize that I have so much more to learn, yet I am certain we will conquer all that shadows, the flickering light of hope, the steady flame of good health, and the path to an enlightened mind. The fervent emotions bottled inside me may dwindle away as time passes, perhaps losing its vigor. But I will not let this happen. I prefer to travel on the road not taken, and will continue to do so. My fellow pirates, we are entrusted to take care of those before us, our brothers, our sisters, all of whom we cherish, because we will become the new pillars of society, affirming the reign of growth and development. I ask that every student recognize his or her merit and to take pride in this accomplishment. We are the class of 2020. Somos la clase del 2020. And as we face the future, we will tread in darkness, encounter despair with its eyes cast down, but most definitely, we will find light as we have done before. And it will defeat all that opposes our happiness and fill our lives with immeasurable joy. And it will make certain of our victory. Thank you.
Class of 2020, this is it. Today we transition from Swansboro High students to Swansboro High alumni. It is an incredible honor to direct the turning of our tassels, which symbolizes the closing of one door and the opening of many. This marks the end of a 13-year journey and the beginning of the rest of our lives. We have experienced many hardships and obstacles during our time here. This class has shown grit, determination, and resilience when faced with devastating circumstances. I am proud to say that I am a graduate of Swansboro High class of 2020. I couldn't ask for a greater group of people to have spent the last 4 years with. I am certain that we will all go on to pursue big things, and I can't wait to see the impact that each of us have on our communities and the world. Today we begin to face something far scarier than freshman year, the ACT, or a school dance. Today we begin to face the rest of our lives. We will join the military, enter the workforce, and go to college. We will become Marines, healthcare professionals, engineers, craftsmen, and teachers. While entering the world of adulthood may seem daunting, our time spent at Swansboro High has thoroughly prepared us to take on the new challenges that we will face. While we will all follow different paths in life, we will forever be connected by the memories made here. With that, I would like to ask the graduates to please rise. Please move your tassels from the right to the left. Family, friends, faculty, please congratulate Swansboro High's class of 2020.
Before we say our final goodbye, let's take a moment to remind ourselves of how we thought today would be, how we thought these last few months would go. It's been awfully different, hasn't it? The world we've grown up in, the one that we were preparing to enter, is now gone. Instead, we're entering a world where no one quite knows what to expect. Class of 2020, you're becoming adults in a time that is unprecedented. Our parents, our grandparents, our teachers, our community leaders are all just as confused as us. Things are changing, and that's okay. Hopefully, the world will brighten up sooner rather than later. We will be able to enter the workforce, go to trade school, join the military, or attend college in the fall. But no matter what happens, I have no doubt that each and every one of us can succeed. In this new world we're entering, we've got the opportunity to make change more than ever before because we're already experiencing it every day on a scale that's not been seen in recent years. And we've experienced this change not as individuals, but as a community. Along with this, we've experienced all the emotions that come with change: discomfort, sadness, confusion, but also hope. There's a great deal of optimism and growth circulating at the moment. We've just got to remind ourselves that it's here. As we step into adulthood, don't be afraid to cling to the things that got us through these last few months. Continue to have hope. Continue to be kind. Continue to move forward even when the whole world seems to stop. And above all, please, please continue to wash your hands. Congratulations, class of 2020. Thanks for the last 4 years.